We're going to be talking standards here with Professor Kilian Songwe. Now, that name itself also has a standard. It's certainly a pleasure having you on.
Yes.
Who are you?
Kilian Songwe is more invested in looking at the quality of life. And I'm talking about the quality of life from the way we work, our daily business, the products that we produce, the service that we give. How does it affect industry? How does it affect company? How does it affect governments? How does it affect communities?
To a certain extent, when you talk standards in Africa, people think you're having a very elitist conversation.
True.
Because some even wonder whether there should be a conversation of standards in the midst of poverty.
When you're talking about standards and poverty or standards and the people's daily life, yes, you need standards. There has to be a basic understanding. If you're going to feed people, let's take something as simple as feeding. If you're going to feed people, there has to be standards around the grain that you're going to use. There has to be standards around the food substance that they're going to receive, so that for the little that they receive, they can actually be meaningful or gainfully productive. And without standards, then we just end up filling our stomachs as opposed to getting in the right kinds of calories, the right size of food that allows you to be able to burn the right kind of energy in a meaningful way. We just happen to be privileged that we started looking at the healthcare industry first, but we've moved on from the healthcare industry, we've moved into agriculture, we've moved into oil and gas, we've moved into safety, we've moved into a bunch of other industries since then. But going back to your original question, standards and healthcare. Healthcare is fundamental to our daily life. And as a result, standards around healthcare are crucial. And so when you talk about going to a hospital or having your test done, one of the biggest problems that we have today, anywhere across the world, is can we do the diagnosis right the first time? It just happens to be a bigger problem on the African continent. But again, the reason is, what are the standards that we're using to do our diagnosis? Diagnosis is key. In essence, it's not really diagnosis. In essence, it is pathology. Pathology is responsible for testing of disease, which actually helps us to be able to understand the trend of treatment. And standards is key around that in terms of what standards are going to be used to determine the kinds of testing that is going to go on, what standards are going to be used in terms of determining the area of treatment, whether it's going to be the ICD-9 codes that are going to be used for your treatment. But standards are crucial in ensuring that there is good quality of healthcare practice and as a result, good quality of life.
World Accreditation Day.
Yes.
What is this and how important is it?
World Accreditation Day is a very uniquely organized event. And this is very, very important because it puts an accent on the service and the products that are delivered by the different industries. It simply says, on this day, people who have been accepted to a higher standard, regionally or internationally, are coming together to say, here we are, here is the quality of the work that we do, here is the quality of the products that we have on the market, and this is who we are. And that is very important for business.
Very interesting. Does that mean that besides working with industries, you are also going to work with everybody else? Because I'll tell you, there are a lot of questions here on standardization, even of education, of management, of provision of different services.
Yes.
Do you work across the board? And how do you engage? And maybe finally, if I may, in the same direction, who are your prospective clients?
Our prospective clients is everybody, it's you. Yes, we engage a variety of people. We engage, as I said earlier, on a variety of industries. It could be agriculture, it could be the oil and gas area, it could be healthcare, it could be the automotive industry, it could be logistics. We engage, it could be hospitality, the hotels and accommodation. We engage a lot of industries, primarily because the first impression is the most important impression. If you walk into a hotel room and you don't like the sheets, because the hotel doesn't have simple standards on how they're going to make up their sheets and how their beds are going to look like, they lose business And it's repeated business which they're going to lose. If somebody walks into a hospital and they are not properly received, the doctor doesn't seem to know what he's looking for, you don't go back. It's just that easy. In that regard, standards become really crucial for our everyday life. And as a result, everybody becomes involved in it, because for you to be able to get good service or to be able to have the right product, you need to be able to go down the shelves and pick up a product and be able to look at the product and say, does it meet the standards I expect it to meet? Is it ISO 9001 certified? Is it 14001 certified? You need to be able to look at the product and say, this product meets the standards, it meets the requirements that I want for it to be able to meet, to be able to use it.
Professor Kilian Songwe, it's certainly been a pleasure talking.
My pleasure. Thank you so very much indeed, and I look forward to doing more of this again.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.